Welcome to the CanDoMaths support video 3. This one's focusing on how do I help my child with workout E. We like to call workout E our missing numbers workout. So what do we mean by a missing number workout? Well, here you go. Here's an example. I've got some numbers here. It tells me I've got to order them from smallest to largest, but some of the digits are missing. So I've got to think about how could I complete this? What do I notice? So for example, if I focus on this empty box, what do I notice? Well, I notice that the one before is just a single digit number, and the number after has got a 1 in the tens column. So therefore, if that's a 1, then this one has to be a 1. So that's a very powerful line of thinking. If I know this, I also know, if I know this, this has to be. If I know this, this could be. So for example, here, now it feels like that's coming after the number before, which has got a 2 in the tens column. So that could be a 2. But of course, it's before the next number, which has got a 3 in the tens column. So it could be a 2. But it could also be a 3 because that number could be 30 something because we don't know what the ones digit of the next number is. So sometimes I can say it has to be a 1. Sometimes my thinking is it could be a 2 or it could be a 3. So that's very, very powerful. If I look at that box, what do I know? Well, I do know that the previous one is a 30 something number. So if this is a 3, then I do know that it cannot be a 1. It cannot be a 2. So that's also powerful. Sometimes I know it has to be this, or sometimes I know it cannot be this. So that's really helpful to when you're solving these. And as it says, there's the power of this is there's several different ways sometimes to solve these puzzles. And that's what we like. It's what we call a low threshold, high ceiling, an open-ended task. There's many solutions. So your child may solve it one way, ask them to solve it in a different way. Sometimes you'll notice here's another missing number workout. And again, it's ordering numbers. I've kept it within the place value workout. This has got 3-digit numbers, but there are some little prompt questions at the bottom. Are there any boxes that it is impossible to put a 3 in? Why? So that's just helping you with the sort of questions you might want to ask your child. So for example, if I look at this box here, what do I know? Well, I know that the number before is a 100 and something number. And the number after it has got a 2 in the hundreds column, so it's a 200 and something number. So therefore, that cannot be a 3. It is impossible to put a 3 in that box. So that's a nice, useful way of thinking about this. If I look at this box, what do I know? Well, the next number is a 100 and something. It's got a 2 in the column. So I could put, for example, I could put 0 in there. I could put 1 in there. I could put 2 in there. That would work. However, if I did do that, I've got to think carefully then what my next box would be. So, for example, if I put a 0 in that one, I could not put a 0 in this one because it would be 109, 102. So that one would have to be a 1. So if I make a decision on the first one, it does have a knock-on effect to the second one. It does say, one of the questions is, are there any boxes that could have any of the digits in them? And it's interesting because this one here is a 100 and something something. And actually, I think I could put any digit in there. So that's quite powerful as well sometimes. That thinking there's lots of possibilities for some of these boxes, whereas for other boxes, there's only a few, or maybe there's only one possibility sometimes. You'll notice this one also says at the very bottom, now complete it using the digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 once each. And that's a great challenge, absolutely fantastic. So please, please, please solve it in different ways first. And then if you want to add an extra little bonus challenge, you are only allowed to use the digits once and once only. Just a word of warning, that can be quite challenging. So if you can't solve it, please don't worry about it. We do provide the solutions, so you could always check and then use the answers to just give some little prompts to your child, in the way that I've tried to model here, saying, "Oh, what do you notice? If this is this, what could that be? If this is this, what could it not be?" And so on. So those are the top tips for helping you to work out missing number type activities.